Everybody wants you to be doing something for them. Everybody wants you to do what it is that you want, that they want you to do. Everybody wants you to do what it is that they want you to do when they want you to do it. As a matter of fact, I have a sister and a mother that's very demanding in that way, and I have to let them know. I am very capable of doing what you're asking, but I'm not going to be doing it because you say do it right now. You know, adults have this thing where, especially in family dynamics, and I tried my hardest not to do this to my children. You know, if I tell them the garbage needs to be taken out, it'll be taken out that day. I don't need you to get up right now this very second to take it out. Just know it needs to be taken out tonight. Just know that garbage pickup is tomorrow morning. And they know our garbage man comes very, very early in the morning. So, yeah, I'm going to need you to, just handle what I ask you to handle. Now, if there is a time constraint on it, one thing I'm not doing is calling you at the last minute to get it done and expecting it to be done. Okay, especially if I know you're a family member who moves on your own time, right? Trying to be demanding of someone who is not going to do it. I'm not even going to say that they're not capable. They're just not going to do it because they move in their own time. And there's nothing wrong with a person that does that. Just know that when you deal with a person like that, trying to force them into doing what it is that you want them to do at the time that you want them to do it is uncool. And very disrespectful in some type of way. Trying to get another human to move at your pace when you know they don't. It's like expecting someone to be genius that is not at genius level. Expecting someone to know Microsoft Word just because they know Google Docs. Understand what I'm saying? It's like expecting someone to produce at a level of something that they're not going to. Not saying that they're not capable of it, they're just not going to. Okay, and the older we get in our age as humans, the more set we are in certain ways about certain things. Doesn't mean that we're unchangeable or that we can't change. It just means it's probably going to take us longer to change in that area because we've been doing something for so long that we've gotten comfortable with it. And anytime you want to make a change, it's going to be uncomfortable because it's not something that you're used to. If you're not used to swimming and you start taking swimming lessons at the beginning, you're uncomfortable. You're uncomfortable in the water. You're uncomfortable with the different types of swimming. You're uncomfortable with treading water. You're uncomfortable with anything that requires strength that you haven't used before. You're uncomfortable. You're uncomfortable when you're learning a new language because the dialect is different. It gets frustrating. It gets tiresome on days you don't want to do it. Exercise, the same thing. Changing your diet, the same thing. Changing a mental construct of something, same thing. Okay. And I'm saying all of this to say, one, know your capabilities and do what comes easy first. If you are making changes in your life or someone else is making changes in their life, changes happen. Do what comes easy first. If you have the capabilities to even do that, because sometimes we're just dove into things. Sometimes we are just dropped down without a backpack or instructions, right? Things take you off guard, and now you have to adjust. How are you going to adjust? Who are the team members around you that are going to help you adjust? And what's being adjusted? Time, clothing, thought processes. You know, there is a lot that has to happen in a person's life before they are actually in the groove of the change it is that they seek. And I have to keep telling myself that daily because I'm currently in the middle of a shift. And I want it to be fixed right now. I want it to be already altered right now. I want the thing to be the thing right now. I want to be doing what it is that I need to be doing right now. Feeling what I need to be feeling right now, doing what I need to be doing right now, processing where I need to be. I want it right now. I want the change to be the change right now. But the thing about it is, if you skip those steps, then it's like learning equipment, right? You get a laptop, you don't read any of the books about the laptop, you turn the laptop on and you just start downloading things. You don't know how much RAM you have. You don't know if it's good for video, good for whatever, this and that, all of the tools and the things that you need. You just know, oh, it works, so I'm just going to turn it on and I'm just going to use it. But little do you know, you have an editor on it. You don't need to download another one. You just need to learn the editor that you have. Little do you know, it comes with writing programs, so you don't need to download more. Things of that nature. We need to see what it is that we already have, that we already can construct, use, do with what we have, and then attempt to adjust with the information that we have, and then learn more, right? Obviously, get the books on the thing that it is that we're trying to change. Look at the dualities of that thing, because you need to know both sides of everything, right? Whether it's good or bad. Knowing both sides will give you leverage. Knowing both sides will give you insight. Knowing both sides will help you grow in the knowledge of a thing. Which is why it's easy for people who are hateful to infiltrate and be terrorists to other people. Because they plan, they plot, they read the books, they instill themselves in the knowledge, they live it, breathe it, prepare for it. And then they look for weak spots where they can attack and execute. And I've told my family for years that Buffalo is a weak spot. What? We got da. Yeah, we do. We have gangsters in our city, but they're not nowhere near as gangster as people in other cities. Like, there are true war zones in other cities. LA is proof of that. They gear up to go into certain neighborhoods. Our police do not. Okay. Do they have the gear? Yes, we have FBI building. We have the whole FBI building here in Buffalo, New York. That means nothing. Those guys are in suits. Okay. They're the internet police. And I'm just speaking on this because change is a mist for a lot of us. Whether we want it to be or not, it's coming. Okay. And it's going to get heavier. Oh, it's going to get heavier. Because there is a shift where the old paradigm is changing, okay? The government, the old paradigm, is holding on for dear life. And the governments of these countries and worlds are trying to be very strategic at how they're going to maintain control of sovereignty that they don't own. But they're trying to hold on to ownership of it. They're trying to maintain some type of control over it. But you cannot control sovereignty. It is not to be owned or controlled by man. But they are finding a way to try to do that. Meanwhile, the age of Aquarius is saying no, hell no, and absolutely not. So it's going to be interesting in these next coming months at the reconstruction of how a lot of countries are passing over sovereignty of their countries to the WHO. And if you don't know what that is, I suggest you get to Googling, okay? Because that vote is in a few days, right? I think it's like the 18th of May currently right now. It comes up with around the 22nd, 25th, 26th, somewhere in here. They'll be having another one of those big meetings like they did pre-COVID before they made the decision to do what they did, because they want to get ahead of the altering of things before the people, we the people, actually catch on to make our moves. They want to make their moves first. Wait, see how we react, and then they're going to make whatever counteracting moves that they have to make. And, you know, I don't want to say we don't have a leg, arm, or foot in this fight, because we do. Absolutely. You know, the key is they need people to control. So either way, if they want to give us something or not, you know, revolting is real. And it's not just going to be a black versus white thing. But, you know, it may start off that way or it may end that way. But it is going to be a definitely uprising of people against authority. And this is not fear-mongering. This is information. Now, if you are fearful of the information that you're receiving from me, then, you know, good. Do something about it. Gear up in artillery. Gain your knowledge about your government. I suggest starting with your local government first. You know, your county, your council members, whoever they may be, whatever role they may play in passing any kind of bills, policies, or procedures in regards to where you stay locally, and then get into the other thing. Also, secondly, get some land if you have the capability to do that. You know, there's a lot of talk about people gathering together and purchasing homes. I say do something for a year. Don't commit to anything for longer than a year. Commit to a 4-year. And if it has a 30-year, 40-year contract, sign it. And then, because all contracts have loopholes and ways to get out of it. Like, I've gotten out of month-to-month leases or year leases before. Like, it's not it's not an absolute, okay? It's not an absolute for you to stick to something or have to have it that specific way. And I know for a lot of us that's hard, especially for me. Change can be difficult, especially when it is an uncomfortable change. Like, oh my God. But it is necessary. These are MapQuest oracles. Oh, welcome to Oracle Conversation. My name is Natasha, where we discuss life shift changes and use oracle cards to give us guidance. Protecting the treasure, protecting yourself. 39 reduced is 12. 12 reduced is a 3. Right? And I love how it's raining, but she's refusing to get off of the treasure chest, and she has an umbrella over her, but then there's a bird on top of the umbrella. So she has a lookout while because she's bent down with her head. I'll give you a look at the card one more time. Covering her head. So clearly she can't see all views, but she can because of the bird, right? The bird is the overseer. So the treasure is protected not only by you, but the divine, your inner knowing, staying covered, staying protected, right? Through prayers, through affirmations, through spell work. Maybe you may be doing your own personal spell work, through connection with other people. Maybe you have a prayer group, right? Even though she stands alone, she is not alone, hence the bird and nature around her. Okay. You are never truly alone, even when you feel alone. And it's okay to know that, to feel that, and to see that. It's interesting at what's happening in my life right now. Lots of changes, lots of shifts, and I'm uncomfortable. Very, 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 very uncomfortable. If I'm going to be transparent, I am. But I still get up and do work every day. As uncomfortable as I am, you know, and try my hardest not to show the uncomfortability to, especially to new clients. Because since becoming part of the TikTok world, I've had some people drop in and ask me to do some travel research for them, which I love doing. Looking up and researching things, because knowledge is a beautiful thing. It's not just power, but it's just empowering. 44 reduced is an 8. Strength, and isn't she strong? 1 foot balanced, holding the earthly plane, perfectly balanced and aligned, arms and legs. Protecting what you have, staying strong in that. I'm going to read from the book too, don't worry. But again, this is a conversation, so we're going to do both, okay? Because all insight matters, especially from the card creator and the insight that they have in regards to the meanings of the cards, right? All of the messages matter when we're talking about receiving insight from source. What you're wearing, if the birds are chirping loudly or slowly or interceding while you are talking, right? Noise from the outside to the inside. You saw that too, right? 20 reduced is a 2. Love to see it. 50 reduces a 5. 3, 4, 2, 5. All of the cards are about, in its connection, protecting. I look at it and I see protecting and staying strong to find the end result. Staying on course, using the tools that you have to stay on course. The compass is a tool that you use to keep you to stay on course so that you know the direction of where it is you're going, north, south, east, west, right? We know where we're going. And do we actually have to have a destination if we're flying? Not if you're flying on a horse like this, you don't. It's nice to know what direction. Yes. Oh, I love it. Listening. Oh, it's after that. I love it. Yes. If you want to know what direction you're going in. But do you actually need a destination? No, you're protecting the treasure that you have already. Moving forward into that, creating solutions for yourself, which is where strength comes from. Okay? The strength is not only so that you make it through it, but so that you come up with a plot and a plan to keep pushing once you're out of the darkness, right? What is the plan when you're done with the darkness? What is the plan when you are done with the obstacle that it is you're going through, right? Because when you are in survival mode, getting through something, you're in your strength, you're in your strong points. Just doing it day by day to get through the day. Answering, emailing, answering calls, just to get into the day. And then as the night settles, before the next day, you are then thinking about the next day. And I mean, if you're in true survival mode, you're probably thinking about the next 3 months, the next 3. If I can't do this, I need to do this, I need to do this. What you need to draw back from and stay present within the day so that you can come up with more plans without panic, right? Because plans with panic can fail miserably, horribly. But plans with patience can bring a completely different outcome for you. A better outcome from you. And excuse nails, I really need to do them, but I've been through the fire lately. And sometimes when you're going through it, appearance and some other things are just not as pertinent. So let's read 39. Protecting treasure. You are always protected and divinely directed. Always. Although this is a time of great risk, know that at a fundamental level, you are able to move forward safely and securely. The proverbial nest egg is safe and sound no matter the fluctuations in the world. Guardian angels and other guides are whispering to you, making you aware of their protective presence. Your loyalty is in an important theme now. Nurture that which you hold dear. This is a good time to strengthen bonds of friendship and ensure their integrity. If you feel tested right now, know that a true and loyal heart always achieves its aim. Take refuge under an angel's wing. You are not alone and have no need to fear. Embrace your courage. You too easily give your loyalty to those who haven't earned it. This is a time to assess your personal loyalties and discern whether they're being returned in kind. Some relationships are made for convenience, some for favor, one side over the other. Vulnerability born of fear may lead to being taken advantage of. Perhaps the imbalance in your relationships is due to a conscious choice you've made. If so, make sure you aren't being hurt by the arrangement. Balance, duality, you need that, okay? Someone else should not be the only person to benefit from the connection. You both should be benefiting, okay? Everyone involved. And this goes for romantic and non-romantic. If so, make sure you aren't being hurt by the arrangement, okay? If you believe you found some kind of protective refuge, be aware that there may be a price to pay. You may also need to reassess whether you are compromising yourself in any way to achieve what is an illusion of safety. Be true to your dream. And remember that the angels will bring the right people your way to further the path of your highest good. Remain cautious and be conscious of the give and take in all relationships and projects at this time. Don't give away the farm for a smile. Take heed to who's in your circle, why they are there, what they have to offer. It all matters at this time, okay? It is very important and pertinent at this time. Because everyone can't go with you into the new paradigm. And now is the time for you to be, if you haven't been putting people on the chopping block in past eclipse seasons, as we are in eclipse season right now, now is the time. And there's another one coming at the end of the month. So, and there'll be 2 more, I believe, this year. There's usually 3 or 4 eclipses every year. So take heed to when they are happening and take advantage of the energy. And use it to help you maneuver. Strength. Your true strength comes not from self-reliance alone, but from a sincere faith in the higher power. The strength of accomplishment, even the most daunting task, is yours at this time. You can connect with and channel the power of the universe. The strength card indicates that your ideas are being tested and refined, and your relationships are being deepened. No matter what happens, nothing can move you off the course of evolution. As the potency of your connections become more obvious, you're able to harness the creative energies that are available to you. Have courage and dive in, for magic is in the process of finding a form to take. When you remember that real strength comes from a combination of your efforts and reliance on a high power working through you, all is possible. You can do anything now. You can do anything now. When you see the strength card reversed, pay particular attention to health, for this indicates that your body, mind, and spirit strengthening at this time. Exercise, rest. And I always read both meanings, okay? I usually skip the part that says reverse. So when I'm being recorded, it's not like, well, it wasn't in reverse. It doesn't matter. All duality matters, okay? All of it matters. As I was saying in the beginning of this video, know the good and the bad. Know what the opposition is doing, as well as your own plans. B plans, C plans included. Anyways, for this indicates that your body, mind, and spirit need strengthening at this time. Exercise, rest, and proper nutrition are necessary to keep you in balance. Don't deplete yourself through overwork, as now is the time for building your stamina. Perhaps you feel the bonds awakening in a relationship. If they are in danger of being broken, they may need repair. Attend to them before the burden gets too heavy. Be strong. Face the reality of your relationship at this time and give it your attention, for any fragile threads may give way. Let go of whatever robs you of your life force and trust that something better will take its place. Whatever is being removed, something else is going to be greater, deeper. And I don't promise time frames, and no one should, which is why I title my videos the way I do. Okay. Because no matter what, the universe is always moving and talking to us and shifting energies. Okay. There is no, well, after this is over with, then it's over. Then I won't have no more trials and tribulations in my life. No, there will be more eclipses. There will be more retrogrades. Okay. There will be more conjunctions and quincunxes and semi-sextiles and all of those things, oppositions, and there will be more crisscrossing of the planet, realigning, touching each other, pushing and pulling. Okay, there's billions of people on the planet. The energy has to shift in a way where it affects all of us at some point in time in our life. I'll say that again. There's billions of people on the planet, right? Not to mention everything is energy. So the trees, the plants, the source needs to be able to not control, but shift it all. Right? Because there's nothing that says source is trying to control us. It's just shifting us to make decisions, shifting us to feel things, shifting us to see things, shifting us to acknowledge the presence of something deeper than ourselves, to make decisions that will help us or hinder us, because there's duality in all things. Flying. You have the power to see things from a higher perspective. Okay. If you were a bird flying high in the air, what would you see? When would you soar above life's challenges and opportunities? A new perspective becomes available. Today you have invincible wings that allow you to swiftly bring your circumstances into alignment with your highest purpose. This is a sign that that your waiting is over, that all your hard work has paid off, and the things you hoped for are no longer beyond your scope. You have the ability to reach for the stars and find one with your name on it. Spread your wings and soar. The angels are awaiting for you. It is a gentle reminder that there are times to take flight and times to remain grounded. And for now, you must avoid overreaching. There is still work to be done before you earn your wings. Be patient. What you seek will not be out of reach forever. Remember the story of Icarus in Greek mythology, whose wax-made wings and overconfidence brought him too close to the sun. He perished because he didn't realize his limitations. Humility is a great power, and now you must exercise it. Doing too much, too fast, too soon only serves the prevent of a beautiful flight later on. Take your time in your takeoff. Use your strength to balance you. Know that you are guided and protected before takeoff, during takeoff, and after. Let the compass give you direction once you take flight. I love that the compass comes after taking flight, right? Because once you're in the air, baby, you're in the air. But you must be careful to not get too close to the sun if you have wax wings. As long as you orient your compass to true north, the direction of your higher power, you will never be lost. Your true north. Do you know your north node? Do you know where your north node is? What house it's in? What placement? What degree? What it means for you and the life that you live, right? Your true node, your north node. You're entertaining uncharted territories right now and can expect wonderful new experiences. To stay on the highest path of your destiny, you'll need to keep your compass pointed to the true north. Only spirit or a higher power can serve this function. Money, property, prestige, romance, and other material achievements can't help you find your true path. They are simply things you may experience along the journey. Know that spirit is working in your life, so even if you feel lost temporarily, it will be easy to find your way. Have faith and trust, for your compass with spirit as true north will ensure that you'll never be lost, even on a starless night when all seems dark. What is your highest power right now? Whatever you constantly focus on long enough becomes your higher power. Whatever you focus on right now becomes your highest power. If you worry about financial insecurity, materialism is your idol. If you obsess over a relationship, that is your God. If you're concerned about your weight or your looks or your status, you've lost your personal power and your way. Nothing but spirit can be your guiding force. You'll never truly find what you seek if these worries and distractions are your constant focus. Surrender and shift your compass. Be still and watch as the needle points to the true north. Align yourself and you'll easily find your way back to where you're meant to be. You'll find your way back to where you're meant to be. Know that you are divinely guided and protected. Keep your strength. Keep your faith. Stay focused. And when you take flight, keep the direction of your true node. Don't let no one distract you. A lot of things that are happening in this world right now are complete distractions for your personal growth, for the growth of any team around you, whether it be family, loved ones, friends, co-workers, whatever it is. No, if you feel like you need to gain more protection, do that. Fill out the paperwork. Do it without going to a, get what you can get without having to go to a gun show. It's easily acceptable. I know in New York State, you can own a shotgun in your home. Do with that information what you know, do your due diligence in your research and that information. But we have concealed to carry. You can get that type of license. Exercise the rights of this world. Stay focused on your purpose. And don't let anyone or anything tear you off of that. Because that can easily happen in this life. You can get shifted into forgetting your true purpose, if you will. I'm just going to pull an African goddess card. Because I feel led to do so. And I just pray that you guys are staying focused on don't get distracted with the news, man, and the actions of terrorists and the worthiness. 14 is 5. Are these in alphabetical order? No, they're in order by number. Atite. There's an accent over there. It's not on the card, but I matter. Absolutely. She is a protector of women and girls. For Oromo in Ethiopia. You matter. Worthiness is in your veins. Accept yourself now. Your birth certificate says that we need your overflowing magic, joy, and vulnerability. And most importantly, we need you. You are deserving and worthy. The beautiful parts of you that everyone likes are worth loving. The parts that you or others dislike are worth loving too. Your Creator loves you unconditionally. Stop hiding, shrinking, and playing small. Stand all like the majestic sycamore tree. You are mighty. Life does not need to be perfect for you to embrace your own perfection. And I mean, her posture is like, and who, and why, and I wish you would. That back is straight. Balance. Right? Pouring without touching the vessels of the canteens or the vases, teapots. Boss. Okay? All under control without touching a thing. Surrender to the love coming your way. And know that you are divinely protected and guided. Blessings.